should learn is a blues scale, which I think all of you know. All right, and there's two types of improvisation with the blues scale. One, you can play one blues scale across a whole bunch of chords, and that's called horizontal improvisation. Or every time the chord changes, you change that blues scale to that new chord. Does that make sense? So in a 12-bar blues, if it goes to the fourth chord, then the blues scale has to change as well. So that's called vertical improvisation. So the blues scale sounds like this. Okay, we all know that sound. And the next thing you've got to learn after that point is your arpeggios. So you've got to learn your major arpeggios, and then your minor arpeggios, and then maybe a diminished seventh, and then a dominant seventh. Step is learning the modes of the major scale. So what that means is you learn your major scale, which is straightforward. Everyone knows that, right? And then you start on the second note of that scale, the scale I played, for example, is G major. I'm going to start on the A, and I'm going to use the same notes as the G major scale, but I'm going to go A to A. So it sounds like this. Okay? Does that make sense? So that's a Dorian mode. And why? And so you probably ask, why is that different to the G major scale? Because it's all the same notes. Can anybody tell me why it's different?
Starts on different notes. It's got different intervals between.
It's got different intervals, but because in Western harmony we take the first, third, and fifth of the scale and we form chords with it. So when we take the first, third, and fifth of this new scale, the A Dorian mode, it sounds like this. And generally they put the seventh as well, so the flat seven. So we get this chord, which sounds like this. And so the scale sounds very different because the chord spells a different sort of chord. Which against that chord. And then similarly, if you start on the third mode of the scale, it's called a Phrygian mode. It's got a different sound, hasn't it? You ever listen to the sound? Got a very Spanishy sort of sound. Does that make sense? So by doing that, taking the different starting note from the same scale, you get a bunch of modes. So it goes major scale, which is also called the Ionian mode, then it goes Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian, and then back to your Ionian again. And each one of the scales spells a different chord. So the major chord has got two scales from those modes. It's got the Lydian mode and the Ionian mode, which is the major scale. The minor chords have got three scales from that series. They're the Dorian, Phrygian, and Aeolian. And then the minor 7 flat 5 is the Locrian. You take the melodic minor ascending and you build scales. And you build scales of the melodic minor ascending. Similar concept. And then there's only probably three other scales you need to know, which are the whole tone, half tone scale, half tone, whole tone. They've got half tone, then a whole tone, then a half tone, and so on. They're basically the same scale, except they start on a different note. And then the final scale is the whole tone scale, which is just whole tones. There's a whole tone between every note. And that's used for augmented chords. Alright, so that's a whole bunch of things that you learn in the future, but for now, as a starting improvising student, we're going to start with the blues scale.